And they're actually off right now. We're seeing a Sanctuary Star from Lavan, and the first item there is an arrow booster. And the hook shot!
Hook shot right in the house.
And Noel's the first one to do it. So, and it's going straight up to escape. Now, how many of these runners are going to do the hula hand? Looks like we have at least 1, 2, 3 runners doing hula hand.
Yeah, we got 3 runners going for that early cash grab that's going to help them out in buying bombs and getting that bottle vendor in Kakariko.
And Noel getting some rupees from the poultry. That's pretty nice.
All right, we got an upper 1%er here with all this cash flowing in the seed.
And no one has failed the hula hand. And whoa!
The inheritance fund.
300 rubies on Uncle. So it didn't matter which way you went. This seed is rich. And a small key to Thieves Town. That is actually one of the more trolly keys.
Yeah, you hate having to find that, so that's good to get it out of the way early.
Yeah, but that hook shot is going to be kind of helpful. Not just in terms of combat, but also in terms of movement. So, yeah, you can see right now being used to great effect here as we see Qirn trying to dig for some bombs. Doesn't get any. Hexmage, though, getting that 50%. And Qirn and Lavan getting some bombs as well. At the same time, even. So, that small little bad stretch of bad luck for Qirn has actually tied them up. They're actually neck and neck. And we're getting a mushroom check here on Noel. It is more money. And I did not see the race game. Wow, our runners are in sync right now at top. They're both going to race. 20 reviews at there. I missed library. Geez, so many things are being checked at once.
Library was a bottle, blue bottle.
Ooh, nice. What was that our race game?
Just
more money.
Good. Goodness gracious. This is, if anything, this is pointing straight to Zora with all this money, maybe.
Yeah, we got a heart container at the bar, so that'll be a good item to find. All right, we're gonna get a confirmation here at the library. Yeah, it is Blue Goo. Nickynoel activating the cards. Chicken Hut has the flippers.
Oh, baby.
That's actually good for Hexmage because he's already done Houlihan. So he doesn't have to worry about trying to do Houlihan another way. Noel, if she needs that extra money later on, she's going to be in a little bit of trouble if she picks up those flippers.
She's going to have to hope that there's more cash funds flowing through this Kakariko early on.
Otherwise, she'll have to do the bomb jump strat. And we have Qirn picking up their flippers in a matter of moments. And here we go. This is one of the big spots here. Hexmage is checking the Blindfold hideout. What do we have here? Oh, bomb booster from them. And lamp! A key to Skullwoods. All right, not bad. Got one of the useless compasses, but to Skullwoods. And the blue mail. We already have...
Got Nikki over there grabbing the well locations, too, on the other side.
Compass of Ice Palace. Heart pieces in its vanilla location. As well as over there. The other 3 items, though. Arrow booster. Piece of heart. And 3 bombs. So the lamp is interesting.
Yeah, that lamp opens up a couple different places they can check as part of the logic. You've got all of Escape, basically, through Hyrule Castle. You pretty much have all of Eastern Palace at this point now.
They do not have all of the Escape. They cannot get the back 3 chests because they don't have the gloves.
Yeah, that is true, unless they do find gloves or the key to let them in.
But something that makes it a little bit more worried is that if they find the Castle Tower keys, and it means to get up the tower, Aghanim is on the table.
Aghanim on the table. Very interesting to see early on. We'll see what South Shore has. They're probably their next spot they're gonna check.
Hexmage, because they went south, is gonna check the forest. Now, if Nickynoel did a Aghanim check, I didn't see what it was. So it's going to be very interesting seeing where these runners are going to go. And yeah, Nickynoel is doing the dam check. $20 rubies right there. Nice find.
Good usage of the hook shot glitch to get through the block there, so she only has to make one trip in.
Yeah, that is one of the harder ones to get too, I feel.
Yeah, definitely. I often don't go for it just for the frustration. Yeah,
and we have a map.
Soggy map.
What is it to though? Misery Mire. That's actually a good one to know.
Yeah, that's one of the dungeons that can throw you for a loop if you don't know which one it is.
Yeah, and for those wondering and are not used to Keysanity, those maps have a function. If you check your map in the overworld, you actually don't know what your pendants or crystals are until you read the map. And that was 300 rupees, I think, on the Aghanim ledge, wasn't it?
Yep, Aghanim is blocking a rupee horde.
Yes, but getting back to what I was saying here, the overworld map does not actually tell you where the pendants and crystals are, as we find the big key to Misery Mire, and the power glove,
and the cane,
and the fire rod.
What?
And the Bat's Ice Palace! Holy crap! Mini Molder was loaded! But yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, if you do an overworld map check, you're not going to see any of the maps or crystals until you until you find the map for that dungeon.
Whew. Just trying to get over that mini Moldorm, Jesus.
That was one of the best mini Moldorms. It's the reason why I called the Light World Hype Cave.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a little bit more work than the old Hype Cave, but it works. We're getting an Ice Rod Cave check here. As Lavan is now checking Mini Molder, this is going to be huge. And Ice Rod Cave has just a piece of heart. Now, they also got the map of Ice Palace, I believe, when they were in Mini Moldorm Cave. We'll just double check to make sure because of all the hype.
Getting to relive that hype over on Lavan's screen. Whew.
And you can see just how difficult Qirn that clip is to the treasure chest. Yeah, it's the map of Ice Palace. So knowing that if Ice Palace is required or not is a big time save.
Yeah, though oftentimes Keysanity, even if it's pendant, it can be required.
Yes, because with all the keys he's out in the overworld, that just means there's that many more items you can have in the dungeons.
Absolutely. With this item set, it smells like a Death Mountain to me.
You're absolutely right. Death Mountain is on the table. Can go all the way to Paradox Cave even.
So the flipper seems like an afterthought, seeing how early it came. We could still see something behind Zora. Or the waterfall, or on the ledge.
Now, I don't know. Okay, Nickynoel is going up the mountain.
All right, yeah, good play there.
But with the flippers in tow, I think Hexmage is gonna go check Zora. That would not be a bad idea.
Yeah, Hex has 500 rupees, so he can go up there. Yeah, the only racer actually with 500 rupees, so we'll probably see him go up there while he can.
And Noel has picked up the old man. Meanwhile, Lavan is going to escape, gonna get those 300 rupees. Now, something I personally do, I'm not sure if we'll see it from our runners here, is I go for the fake flipper sometimes, but we don't need to worry about that. But what I do if I don't have the rupees is instead I reroute to Sarasala. Just cross the river. Not sure if it's fast or not, but it's something I do. 20
Yeah, it's
rupees
not
from
bad.
the old man. All right, we're getting our first look at Spectacle Rock here. Small key! And inside, 20 rupees. So, don't really know where the seed wants you to go right now. We still have to go see Paradox, so we're most likely going to see that from Noel.
Yeah, and Laman's gonna go downstairs and check out the Hyrule basement. 3 chests down there. We'll see if he turns up anything.
Yeah, and that... I like to call each one of the chests you find here the checkpoints. I'm not sure if that's the official name, but it just makes sense to me. Wow, ruby pulls are red and green, but the red ones are like the low level.
And Hexmage passed by the Hylia Island. Only 10 arrows on there. Upgrade.
Yeah. Arrow booster and 300 rupees for Nickynoel. We got a hobo check here. What's he got? That's a small key. The Turtle Rock, one of our 4 keys. And sets up the fake flipper. Even though he doesn't need to do it.
Just a little showing off there.
And here we go. The other 5 items of Paradox Cave. What have we got? Bombs. Bomb expansion. 50 rupees. 20 rupees. And more bombs. Now, I missed the first item in the checkpoint.
Don't think it was anything useful.
Oh, we got an arrow booster in the second one. Also, shout outs to our trackers, Raspberry Floof and Death Star. They're working behind the scenes to make sure we get all these items to you as accurately as possible. And also, to 42 Baker, our wonderful restreamer here, making sure we get these races shown to you. It would not be a show without a restreamer. Setting up for Death Warp on Lavan's end. And just some bombs in Zelda's chest. Floating Island, piece of heart. And I've been not looking at Hexmage. I missed the waterfall check. But Zora has a small key. To Ganon's Tower.
Okay, all right.
That's actually kind of important.
Yeah, you want to have at least one going up up to the gauntlet, so that's good to get out of the way. Moon Pearl in the waterfall cave. We missed that over on Hexmage's screen, but that's crucial.
Oh, that's very crucial.
And red mail early, right at the end of Spiral Cave on Nikki's screen. She is all set for this race in terms of defense.
Yeah. Now, now here's the thing. You don't necessarily need the small key, as we see that's a bomb booster on the Sora ledge.
Mitts in Escape, Lavan picking up his Dark World access without Moon Pearl, though. It's going to be blocked.
Yeah. So, but yeah, can you imagine what I've been saying here? One small key to Ganon's Tower is actually good. Not just because you can go straight up when you find the big key, but if you need to look through the basement for some reason, that's all the keys you need from outside the dungeon in order to fully explore.
Yeah, absolutely. It can be sometimes needed to check those basement chests for maybe a sword upgrade if you need it.
Or just the Ganon's Tower big key, but decided to stay in the dungeon.
Yeah, we've absolutely seen that here in this tournament.
And the back of Escape, I saw a piece of heart, but I missed the other 2 items.
It was just a red rupee and a arrow upgrade.
All right. We're about to see it again from Qirn. So, Aghanim is more or less off the table here. There's only one instance left that can happen, and that is if the Fatberry item is required, and they don't have the hammer. Obviously, if we end up finding that one of our 5-6 is hammer locked, then that's not an issue. It just means that the hammer is somewhere where else in the Dark World. Or Light World, even. So it's all coming down to... Yeah, of all the information we have, it seems Dark World's the play.
Yeah, absolutely. Once they get those myths that in the back of Escape, they will head up to North Kakariko, go into the Dark World, and start checking there.
You're right indeed. But the question is, do they stay in Kakariko or do they go swimming? Because you can swim to the Palace of Darkness and start looking around there.
Oh, very true. They could take the option to go to the other side. We'll see what they decide to do. They have fire out, so they could clear out Skull if they're feeling dangerous. They have a lot. They've got mail upgrades. Low heart containers could be risky. We'll see. Actually, no sword, so they can't get back there.
And someone is saying that the pyramid is open mitts and flippers. That's not what I was getting at with the my conversation, but yes, they can reach it. What I was getting at is that they cannot escort the big bomb to the pyramid without the hammer. Because you cannot jump off a cliff with the bomb. The first checkpoint was actually a heart container. That's what we missed.
Take back my statement. That was pretty key.
And Hexmage has his Titan's Myths, as does, and Lavan has their Moon Pearl. We're gonna start seeing some Dark World checks. Although I don't exactly know where Lavan's going. Did they not check Aghanim yet?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he's just going up to take a look at the Lumberjack cave and see if he needs to think about Aghanim, but he's just going to see a big rupee horde.
Yeah, and with the Castle Tower keys being somewhere in the mix, you also have to keep in mind that while Aghanim may not be required, the Castle Tower might be.
Yeah, that's true. As soon as they get either the cape or Master Sword, they can check the first chest, and then the second one if they get the key.
Get one of the two keys.
Mm-hmm.
They'll need both to send Aghanim, but the odds of Aghanim is extremely low at this point. And Lavan is checking... Oh, this is interesting. Lavan's deciding to do the mountain right now, which is good because once he's done checking Paradox Cave, he can go and check Super Bunny and Hookshot.
That is just very lucky routing there from him. He didn't go up there as soon as everyone else did, so he can just work that in with his usual checks.
And you know what this also is? He will also have a small information advantage because he will also know the medallion required to enter Turtle Rock should they need to do so.
Absolutely.
That's also getting back to why I like going to Sir Hostile early as we see Nickynoel in the area. Even though we don't have the map, we can't tell what dungeons we have from the overworld checks. The NPCs, Sir Hostile and the Bomb Bender, can tell you what they are if you talk to them. So now we're getting information. The Green Pendant is in Desert Palace. And we have the map to Dark Palace, so we know that's an Ender Crystal now. And Noel is not safe quitting. They're going to go and poke into Eastern Palace. I think this is a good idea.
Yeah, she's got the lamp. She can go and take care of those first 5.
Do we have the big key? No, first 4.
Oh yes, that's right. Just the first 4.
We don't have the big key to Eastern Palace. And we have no idea where some of our pendants or crystals are. We have not gotten a Light World map yet, I don't think. LavanFirestorm is now in Paradox Cave checking out. Hexmage right behind them. And for those of you who are just now tuning in, the top 2 racers on your screen are racing each other, and the bottom 2 are racing each other. They're all racing the same seat as well. So any information one side gets, the other one half of the racers get, the other will know for the other half. I hope I worded that right. Nothing good in the first chest of Eastern, so we're going to see what the second chest is. It'll be a much faster check because of the hook shot. What do we got? Heart container. Not bad. Actually, she's getting a little trolled by the Lamolas. Oh no, those are mini worms. Dang it.
Yeah, and he's about to be trolled by those chests, just picking up the rupees bombs, and not much of importance there.
Well, I mean, the rubies can help him out in the Dark World purchases, like Kiki the Monkey.
Yeah, that'll come in handy for him, but it's definitely looking for more progression.
Third chest, another heart container. No, not just any heart container. The Sanctuary heart container is in Eastern. We know this because it is the only heart container that have a refill.
And Qirn's working his way back into the back of Escape there. He's going to pick up his mitts.
Very nice. So, all phone of... Oh, wait. Noelle hasn't got her mitts yet.
No, she opted to check Sasha and Eastern. Though I do expect when she comes out of the end of here, she'll go up there. There's not too many places left for her to look.
Yeah. Although, what if she finds the hammer?
That would be the troll.
She might never find those gloves, and
Yeah.
those gloves are huge. Hexmage is now exiting Sprout Cave. Grabs their red mail.
Thankfully, just a compass there for Nikki.
Yeah, compass says Thieves Town. Compasses, by the way, are more or less useless. All they do is tell you the item counts in the dungeon. Help you keep track with that.
We had a map check there by Hexmage real quick. We got crystals on ice and mire.
All right, so that means we need to find a medallion for Mire as well as the flute. Ice, we're pretty much as well equipped as we're ever going to get. Maybe a blue potion and maybe also bombos to help out, but that's about it. Have magic as well. And Turtle Rock looks like it's Ether. And I missed the chess game over on Qirn's side as he dips into Thieves Town.
Yeah, we got Qirn and Lavan taking, they taking their Dark World access in 2 different directions. Oh, yep. First sword.
First sword found it. She had the hammer!
Oh boy.
That's all of your melee combat right here in this place, as well as the big key to Eastern Palace! Oh boy. Hexmage and LavanFirestorm, I think, have got a huge advantage right now over our other 2.
Yeah, they took their choices and picked and chose wisely. That's the role of the chance in Keysanity.
However, all the Hexmage has as an advantage to Nickynoel is one chest check in Eastern, but the sword is what is really good. That means pretty much we can already say it, Aghanim's dead.
Bye-bye.
No need to fight Aghanim.
Lavin starting in South Dark World.
Ooh, good
Ooh.
find by Qirn, finding the half magic.
Oh, that's good. That's gonna be very good for him. Gonna get a hype cave check by Lavin, while Nicky's dipping into Skull.
And we have a small key right at the bat. And the big key to Turtle Rock, small key to Dark. Big key to Dark.
Jade to Dark.
Compass to Eastern. B-Torp. And a map to Swamp. So we had a big key in Turtle Rock in Skullwoods, and Hype Cave has the big key to Palace of Darkness. That's
Oof.
both really good items to know. And here we go, the shed. It's another key to Turtle Rock. I unfortunately did miss Sea House and all the excitement there. Small key to Skullwoods on Stumpy. Not really required at this point. We already have more than enough small keys. And Big Key Chest is the Compass to Gans Tower, the most useless of the useless compasses, because we don't really care about items. And a digging game from Qirn. What do we got? A compass. And we see Hexmage in Eastern. Looking around. Once again, I missed that first chest because I wasn't paying attention. And Lavin has picked it up. It was the compass to Turtle Rock. And we see that Qirn has made a friend. Gonna take him on a world tour, it looks like. And we see Nicky going in. We're gonna see Sea House here now. I missed this earlier. What is it this time? It was 20 rupees. Alright, nothing to write home about. Lavin now has the Smoky to Turtle Rock from the shed.
You got the Hera, a big key over in the big chest of Eastern over on Hex's screen.
That'll be good to have. Means Moldorn can be fought. But do we really want to fight the troll?
Ooh, that's an early pendant or crystal you can pick up with that hammer access, so you may see them go there. We got Swamp as a crystal as well.
Yeah, but right now I wouldn't do it. And I say that purely because the runners who have Hexmage has already been up the mountain once. You would have to go around the long way to get to that location. I think he's gonna wait till he has the mirror.
Yeah, that would make it a quicker access for him.
And Thieves Town and Skullwoods are our 5 and 6. Good work on that front. Once again, that is the other NPC that tells you where your crystals are. The bit more important stuff. So now all we need to do is figure out what dungeons are not are pendants, and we'll know what dungeons they have to do. Pending pedestal. Ooh, Noel took a death. Oh wait, that was a death warp. Never mind. That was intentional.
Very impressive getting Death Warp with Red Veil. We got a red pendant over in Pod.
All right, so that's one of our 2 missing pendants. So the question is, where is the third? Oh, Lavin took a death. Oh, but it was also a Death Warp. I got confused because I didn't see the tracking thing. Yeah. All these Death Warps, man. They really want that mirror. Sick Kid was checked. I didn't see what it was.
Sick Kid was a full heart piece.
Alright. That works, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep track of 4 different racers there sometimes. Everything, because you keep your eyes on one.
Yeah, absolutely. It is tough, and then another big shout out to Raspberry Fluke and Death Star for tracking this race, keeping up with everything that's flying at us.
Yeah, well then we would not get our information straight. So we don't know where the blue pendant is. Where do you think it is?
It could be Eastern. We've got Pod having one of the pendants, and Eastern having another pendant would definitely lessen the need for Bow, which they don't have yet.
I want to be kind to them. I want to say it's in Turtle Rock. Makes it that trolley ice rod is not required.
Ah, true. Yeah, if it's somewhere other than Trinex, they won't need it.
Oh, they can't get the ice rod from Trinex.
Yeah.
And we see Qirn dipping into Skull Woods and full clear it. And he knows it's a 5-6, I believe. Or no, he doesn't, does he?
Yeah, not sure. I know Hexmage just checked the bomb vendor, but he can get to the back and finish out with half magic and red mail. It's not too bad to go in there and pepper him off with some fire rod shots.
Yeah, matter of fact, it's actually quite easy.
Yeah.
And we're getting the blacksmiths turned in. They didn't have much, if I recall right. Yeah, only 10 rupees in reality.
Yeah, just a token of gratitude.
And I say 10 even though it's a 20 because you pay 10 for that. Oh yeah, Qirn does know. He's the first one to check. So he knows this is a crystal. Because Nickynoel just checked on their end.
Okay, good. So we'll get to see what's in the back here. He'll be the first one to look for us.
Yeah, I knew someone on the left checked. I didn't remember who. And we have Hexmage now dipping. Nope, just opening the path to Thieves Down. Gonna check a couple more spots here in the Village of Outcasts. And we are indeed seeing Qirn going to fight them off.
Actually, he won't be able to access it. He doesn't have a sword, so he's gonna make this one check and then hope it's a sword.
Oh, you're right. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
I'm so used to having a sword.
right side has swords, left side does not.
Yeah, they need to go all the way to Hookshot Cave for their first sword, unless it's right here. No, it's a small key. The Ganon Tower.
Ooh. Old man getting some love from the old man.
Yep. And we see LavanFirestorm about to get that Compass to Ganon's Tower. And we're seeing Qirn on the mountain. Getting Dead Rock, though!
Oh.
That's an annoying one.
Yeah, Qirn's opponent Lavan, however, does have swords, so he's going to be able to clear out Mothula.
Yeah, and I think they have the information as well. as this Hexmage, so they really have an advantage here. They'll be able to get rid of Mothula right away. Did Noel not check the race?
Could be. She might be shooting for a Zora check.
Well, we know that Zora has at least one of the keys to Turtle Rock, so
Oh, no, I guess she didn't. She's safe quitting out.
and wow, Hexmage's getting a fairy to follow him. Oh, Laman died. Oh wait, no, he's
Yeah, that was a
checking the.
death warp.
Yeah, it was a death warp. I forgot. I didn't realize he already checked the chest. Jeez.
Yeah, that was quite a death warp with red mail.
And Qirn is checking Turtle Rock, and yeah, it is Ether. So we need to find the lightning bolt. Unfortunately, until we find Flute, we will not know if that is also the requirement for Meyer. And Qirn's about to feel really bad. He's got his sword and he's got his hammer. And we're seeing the first boss of the match today. Lavan is now fighting Cold, or I won't say Cold Stare. It's Mothula.
Warm stare.
Yes. Fighting the bug.
Yeah, Lava doing a good job being patient and just waiting for Mothula to drop down.
Yeah, wise place. Basement there. Found the map of desert as well. But we already know that that one is not that useful. I missed the second chest in Super Bunny.
And getting
we have,
it.
And we have them off down. Our first crystal on the board, 37 minutes in. And there's another small key. Oh my!
Ooh, Castle Tower key. That gives them option to check the 2 chests and get an Aghanim Tower.
Not just yet, but
That's true.
soon.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, they don't have the Master Sword or the cape to get through the barrier. Once they do, they can check those 2 chests.
and Qirn going right back to take care of Mothula.
Smart play. He knows this is a 5-6. He wants it. And now we see Hexmage in the Mothula fight. Doing spin strats. And this is actually important to note. Oh, he's released the bee! It's a good bee! We're gonna see a bee kill? Nah, it's just ramming the spikes, unfortunately. Bee strats are the best strats, let's be real here. Oh, but needs to be careful. No magic, 1 hit left.
Well, so close. Oh, taking a death there.
And
That's
unfortunately
tough.
dies. Yeah, that's a hard loss to take. Qirn had a little bit easier because of the half magic. Or will have it a little bit easier, rather. Meanwhile, Nickynoel is at the pyramid and is checking what item is on it.
Yeah, 11 over there going for the hammer pegs.
And it's just 20 rupees. And Hammer Pegs has money. So now we're in an interesting predicament in which Hexmage doesn't have the magic to keep going at this time.
Yeah, he's gonna try to kill the
Gibdos.
Gibdos. Thank you. With the hammer, see if he can pick up some magic there. There's a drop there. He's got the 2 pots he can use as well.
We're seeing the purple chest being brought back by LavanFirestorm. We're about to see this, as well as Catfish.
And Qirn getting a kill on Mothula with the fighter sword.
Only 5 rupees in the chest. Meanwhile, Catfish has a key to Hyrule Castle. Useless! Because we already have access to all the chests at this point anyway in Hyrule Castle. Someone is asking, our tracker even is asking if Hera's the next play. Maybe. We're seeing Agato's cave being bombed for 20 rupees.
Yeah, I'm thinking Hera's got to be your next progression.
Yeah, I would say so too. I mean, where else can they go? They can check a few chests in Dark Palace, actually, with that one small key.
Yeah, with that 1 key, you've got the.
You can just open the front door, but that means you'll need to find another 4 keys later. Bumper Cave with a big key.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so Cape may come into play at some point. If that's
and unfortunately, Hexmage just took another death.
Yeah, that's frustrating. When you've got half magic and red mail in Mothula, you just want to get that done because it's such a good chance to get it over with.
Yeah, but unfortunately, magic is the issue here.
Yeah.
And Hexmage is the only runner not with half magic. They have not dipped in the east.
Oh yeah. There is a full container in the room with the Gibdos prior to, so he could go back to pick it up if he needs to, though it does take a little bit of time.
I actually didn't think about that whenever I'd done this.
Yeah, and with that Cane of Samara, that makes it pretty easy if you just pick up some magic, use it to place the block down, and then bomb the wall. Lavin's going into Eastern, so he's going to be able to pick up his Tower of Hera big key.
Well, even
That's
if
probably
going to
send him.
Even if you won't pick up the magic, over there, there's still 4 pots, small pots, in these first 3 rooms. You just have to go the long way around with the in the jelly room.
Yeah, that is true too.
Because unfortunately, in the 4 corners.
Oh, wow! Wonderful pickup there. That's clutch right there.
Yes, having full magic against them off will be helpful so much. And we're seeing moth fights on both of the runners going against each other. Very nice. Lavin is now checking Eastern. We've already seen most of the items in here. No bow sighting, so we can't finish the dungeon. Being very careful with shots. Moth is down on Nickynoel's end. Gets their key. Actually, switching to hammer strats.
Yeah, hammer strats are very tough on Mothula just based on this moving floor and spikes and the hitbox. Oh, gets him too. Well done, Hex.
Very nicely done. All of our runners have now slain Mothula. Hexmage having the hardest time with it, to be perfectly honest, because he did not have the half magic that was in Thieves Town. And he's probably gonna check that next and realize, oh, could I have that for this? I might expect some frustration bombs out of him in a little bit. Meanwhile, our top runners are checking Eastern, looking around for progression. We know that the Fig Key and Hera is in here, which will lead him up the mountain once again. And I'm actually going to be completely inclined to say it. I think Hera's where we have to go next because we're kind of locked in. Actually, wait a minute. No,
Ice Palace.
Ice Palace. I just realized
Yeah.
we have the means to go to Ice Palace. We have the flavors. We have the fire rod. We have the Titansmith.
Yeah, we have the means of and we have hookshot and hammer, so we have the means of getting every chest except for the big chest.
Yes, but we even have the Cave of Samaria, so we don't even have to worry about the oh, we can't even get down to the chest unless we do the hammer jump, the bomb jump. So it will be fairly interesting to see which runner decides to make that gamble first.
Yeah, I'd be very curious. I'd say Hera is probably the safer option, just because it's a light world dungeon. It's fairly simple, and you've got a few chests in, and they can check, and it output it'll give them at least either a pendant or a crystal. We don't know which one, so that'll be some knowledge.
I'm baked to differ, actually. I think Ice Palace is the nicer play here because you can get there in there quick, and if things go wrong, you can always get out quick.
That's true.
And it's 8 potential items, or is it 10? I forget. Versus 6.
Yeah, they don't have access to Hera Basement, so that'll keep one out. I believe it is 8 for Ice Palace, so there is a bigger difference. Ice Palace is probably more of a time sink, but if it pays off, then it's obviously the right move. So very interested to see where everyone goes.
Well, also Ice Palace is a known crystal, so they might want to
True.
get it out of the way.
Very true. Yeah, you want to just take care of those.
However, we are seeing Hexmage on the mountain. He is going to go to Hera, it looks like. Which, again, not a bad play. It's just going to take him a little bit because he has to go the long way around. Because he has to hookshot on the low side, get up the mountain, and then hammer across to take the high side back over. And we are seeing Qirn in the water. Is he going?
He's going for it. He's going to give us... We're going to get all our options here right in front of us between Qirn and Hex.
This is going to be really good. So we see Qirn going into Ice Palace. We see Hexmage going to Tower of Hera.
Oh, this
This
is awesome.
going to get interesting, folks.
Yeah, you love to see that from a commentator's perspective, because now we can really see the full breadth of options open to our runners. I believe Nicky's making the same play, so we got a left side, both in agreement.
Yeah, Nicky's checking there. And Lavan is also looking to be heading towards that way. And the chest here, first one is a heart container. And we have the mushroom!
Ooh, okay, alright. Begin some chain.
I missed. Wait, I think you checked the vase. First item in the vase, and I did not see that one.
I think it was just a heart piece.
Alright, heart piece it was. I'm sure Destar will fill us in.
Alright, Lavan's also going for ice, so Hexmage is our sole runner taking the dip into Hera.
Alright, let's see what we got here. 2 more chests to check here. One of which is a big key. 20 rupees. Gonna hookshot across. Oh no!
Oh, just 1 pixel off.
And takes the double fall. And we're seeing an Ice Palace bomb jump. Ice Palace bomb jump from Qirn. It should be pretty textbook. Yep, looks like you got it. Easy. And a nice quick kill from the Stalfo on the Stalfos. And my favorite room of the game, Penguin Bowling. Unfortunately, no way to actually doing it. And we are seeing the Freezor chest being checked first. Smart play, don't have a key. Finds an arrow booster.
Okay, alright. So far nothing yet, but still lots of things to check here in ice.
Yeah. And Hexmage is gonna play it safe. Oh no, he checked the big chest. I missed it.
I think we were just looking at some arrows, I believe. Nothing of value yet in Tower of Hera.
Alright. So it's down to the troll himself. And once again, we don't know if this is a pendant or a crystal, but this could be required regardless. Especially with that unknown that is the mushroom.
Yeah, if he checks mushroom and mushroom pays off, that could be a good play.
Oh, falls in the center hole.
Oh no!
That's
Double fall.
another double fall. And we see another chest here in the Qirn side. It is the map to Hyrule Castle, the most useless map. So yes, the mushroom can actually unlock 2 items for Hexmage if he plays his cards right. He can use it for its obvious use of turning it into the witch, but he can also use the fake powder glitch to check magic bat.
Oh no, Hexmage took another fall right down the middle.
Wow.
Trolldorm is living up to his name today.
We have a small key to Dark Palace inside the chest in Ice Palace, so Ice Palace is looking to be required here. And I missed this chest here that Qirn's about to check, but we'll see the one below it is. It is 20 rupees. And it was also 20 rupees that we missed. So far, Ice has been a... Ice? So far has been a dud.
I'm wondering if Cold Stair's holding it. For looking at a seed where all the progression items are being blocked by the bosses.
Ouch, Hexmage took another fall, but at least this time it was closer to the edge, so he doesn't get sent down 2 floors. Now we see Noel about to go fight like Cold Stare. Wow, Hexmage! I can't help but feel bad for him.
Yeah, Trolldorm is not being kind today.
Imagine how bad it is for him. He must be reeling from all these falls. There he goes again. Wow. I hate to compare it to this, but it's kind of like a train wreck. You can't stop looking at it. But there he goes. Actually, just finally slain Cold Stare. Or, not Cold Stare.
Mole Stare. Oh boy.
I defended it! Oh my goodness! That means not only was this a pendant dungeon that no one's going to do, but it has the mirror, which we know is required because Swamp is a crystal.
So that play ended up paying off. His persistence with Moldorm paid off. That's a fantastic play. And Qirn's going to finish up Cold Stare momentarily, and we're going to see if this Ice Palace dip was all that necessary this early.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so far nothing we found in there is telling us that, but we're going to find out to see if maybe this is one of those seeds where all the bosses are carrying what you need. All right, he's finishing him up, and we've got a
The
cape.
match.
Ah,
Well, wait, hang on. There was
we need a cape. There was a big key on the bumper cave chest, so
There was.
very, very interesting.
And once again, folks, Hexmage is heading towards what looks to be Magic Bat. Now, if he dumps all his magic. And, Alright, Cold Stare has been defeated. On both Nickynoel's and LavanFirestorm side. Didn't quite see if anything has happened since then.
Yeah, no, we had a slight hiccup there, but it looks like Hexmage he's got mirror now, so he's gonna just take care of the bottom corner of Thieves of Outcast's Village.
So, would you say Hexmage has a huge advantage right now?
With mirror, possibly. Really depends on what Nikki decides to do next. She is starting to
Actually,
go up Death Mountain, so
Actually, all the big key does, all the cape does is give him access to one big key. They're gonna end up realizing, oh hey, Hera is available, and they're all gonna go there next. So Hexmage has to take advantage of this mirror while he still can.
Depends on what big key it is. Very curious.
Well, we're about to see it on Qirn's side.
If it's big key to Ice Palace, that could be Big Troll.
No, it can't be. Can't be. By the logic,
You're right. Yeah,
Bomb
you're
is
right.
not required.
Again?
So what big key is this? It is Thieves Town's big key.
Okay. Gives us access to the other red crystal.
Oh, but that's actually bad. Because that's gonna lead Qirn away from the mirror. That's at Hera. And Magic Bat has a map to Skull Woods. We already know that the crystal though. Spy Cave check on Nickynoel. It's one of our boomerangs. Flu is also right. Cape gives us access to Castle Tower. We can turn in that one Castle Tower key to check the two chests. Agatha gets completely off the table though, so we don't have to worry about that. All he's guarding is a big 300, and we don't even have the boots to get it. So we see Qirn checking Thieves Town. Now, while this might lead him somewhere else, we know that Hera is so out of the way and yet is required. I'm gonna have to ask Hexmage earlier how much of a mood swing that was to him falling like what 6 times to Moldorm.
Yeah.
And then he probably feeling really bad and finally getting the kill, and then realize all his effort was worth it in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're up there, you gotta think that maybe your opponent's up there too. So all those falls are just so frustrating. He must feel behind.
I feel fine. We saw K45, but I missed the item.
Yeah, and he just lost the purple chest. He placed it too close to the portal. He's gonna have to go back and get it now.
Yeah, unfortunate. Although he's checked everything on his way, so he can just mirror and save quit.
And Lavan's going up to Moldorm, so he's going to be able to get his mirror, putting him in a slight advantage over Qirn.
Yes. Qirn finding a piece of heart at the skylight. Nothing else too crazy. Although we are going to see a full clear of Thieves Town.
Well, that's good. Get that out of the way now.
But we know that the mirror is over here at the Moldorm.
Yeah, Thieves Town could still have progression, though. If Ice was to lead you to Thieves Town, then we may see something here like Flute that could take them to Mire.
Yeah, you're right indeed.
Yeah, flute would be
LavanFirestorm.
interesting.
Got the troll dorm kill. No issues with it whatsoever. Gonna get the mirror and the blue pendant. So we actually know what all of our dungeons are because by process elimination, everything else is a crystal.
That is true. We are looking at, for crystals, we're looking at Thieves' Skull, Ice Mire, Swamp, Eastern, and Turtle Rock.
So unfortunately, that ice rod is going to be a thing, and I missed the chest checks in these down because I was looking at Lavan's side.
Nothing important, I believe.
All right. Master! Master Sword at Thieves Town!
We're talking about Agadim Tower not too long ago. There's some access.
And that small key on Spectacle Rock was a small key to Dark Palace. Very nicely done, checking that before leaving.
In Keysanity, all roads lead to Pod eventually.
And wait a minute, do we see the small key?
We got Nikki doing a pod check. She got Shovel in that first chest. Yeah, Hexmage got the Swamp Small Key.
Nice! Where was... That must have been a graveyard ledge. And you know what that means?
We got Quake in Pod.
Quake and Piles of Darkness. Don't know if that's required just yet. Need the flute. Finds a heartbeat container. And was that the single arrow?
It was a single arrow. We got a shield just on blind, so Qirn's all set with Thieves Town. Picking up the Master Sword and a crystal.
And we see the mushroom being turned in for 20 rupees. Now, Hexmage has a huge advantage right now. He doesn't have the big key to Swamp. But he doesn't need it.
No, he doesn't.
Fight Argus. But
yeah, and with Fighter Sword.
Fighter Sword Argus is a difficult fight, though.
Yeah, yeah, he's got Hammer, so we may be looking at a slideshow.
Yeah. Or Menu Boss, as it's known. Lavan is also doing the fake powder. And we are seeing Aga Tower here on Nickynoel's side. One chest here, and then they're gonna use the key to open up the other chest. Was that a 5 or a 1?
That was a single rupee.
Ouch. Alright, so the second chest now in Castle Tower. Is a heart piece. So, don't need your Castle Tower keys this time. We're gonna be moving right along. Qirn gets their 5 rupees. And Hexmage looks like they're heading towards Swamp. They can full clear Swamp, save for the big chest.
Yeah, that's a good play here at this point.
Yeah, a total of 9 items available to them. 10 if they find the big key.
Ooh, Nikki's picking up the key to Dark Palace over in the shovel spot.
Nice. So, wait, there's a key in Dark Palace over there? Where was the shovel again?
The shovel was in Pod.
So Pod required a double dip, basically.
Yep.
At least for the full clear.
Yeah, Pendant Pod required double dip. We'll see if Pendant Pod was actually needed at all.
And you get the map to Eastern Palace at the first chest of Swamp. GTN's a little too excited about the shovel. We've just checked it. There's nothing there. Bomb expansion for Hexmage is the first chest. Meanwhile, Lavan's getting the key to Thieves Town, but unlike Qirn, has done Tower Hera. And Qirn is checking Oh, Qirn is checking Spike Cave. Oh no. And Lavan's gonna pick up this swamp small key here in just a little bit. Qirn with that boomerang pickup.
Yeah, right now Hexmage entering the main lobby here of Swamp Palace, so gonna get a good look at what chests and what items we got.
Yeah. And Lavan's not gonna be too far behind. Unfortunately, Qirn and Noel are being led astray by not checking Hera.
Yeah, and I think Qirn is going to take a look at the first chest there in Aghadom's tower.
Yeah, that's gonna be the play here. And I missed the item that Hexmage just found.
Heart piece.
Heart piece, all right.
Yeah, Qirn knows he's got that Tower of Hera big key, but as it is a pendant dungeon, he's probably just putting it in his secondary place list of things to check.
Qirn doesn't. I don't think Qirn knows it's a pendant dungeon. To be honest, we only found that out because someone picked it up.
It's true. It's true. He may not know.
And we know that it's actually required because the mirror is on Moldorm.
That's the struggle with Keysanity is deciding whether or not to make that dip into an unknown dungeon.
I think the most annoying thing about the dungeon is not the trip to it. It's the fact that because it's mirror that's on Moldorm, you have to go the long way to reach Hera. So it's a large time commitment that you really have to make for that gamble. Hexmage made it and got immediately rewarded. And now has an advantage against Noel. And Lavan has the advantage against Qirn because of that gamble.
Yeah, Qirn does have both red pendants, so he's going to take a look at Pyramid.
Yep, 5-6 hasn't picked up. Meanwhile, we are seeing the left side for Hexmage. Let's see what items we find in both locations. Hopefully, Qirn does not find anything important. I kind of want them to not be led even more astray than they already have been. Alright, left side of Swamp is being checked as we get our first item here. It is just some bombs. Hexmage falls down. I'm not sure if that was intentional. I don't think he realized you can hookshot across. Although you really should, considering it's just right there. You can hookshot that pod and get across.
Mm-hmm. And we got our Qirn checking Pyramid.
Arrow booster and a big key in Swamp. It's to Ice Palace.
Oh baby, that's gonna be very interesting. I wonder if there was anything inside of that big chest that everyone else missed out on.
That's actually kind of huge.
Yeah, absolutely. If
Because Hexmage is the only one of our runners who have not done ice, and now they have the means to full clear it because they went to Hera instead of ice first. This is huge. And we're seeing blind fight on Lavan's end. See how it goes. Doing a blind run of this game? No, of course not. Noel about to have their Master Sword. That's about the only advantage Hexmage does not have is the fact that everyone else will be on Master Sword, whereas he's still on Fighter. Unless he finds a couple other chests, one in the chest here. Oh, we have a shield on Blind. Did not see that. 20 rupees. And Bombos has been found.
Oh, very interesting. Curious to see if Myra's locked by Bombos.
Well, the one medallion we don't have is the medallion for Ether. The bow is in swamp.
Ooh, okay.
That's a huge find.
Yeah, that is insane. That's wild. Okay, all right, Hex. You've got options now. You can finish Eastern. You can do Ice Palace. That puts you very, very in a strong lead.
Not just for the race against Nicky, but for this entire seed in general. Hexmage has been making huge plays and getting hugely rewarded.
Yeah, it's just so tricky to decide where to go, and Hexmage is finding everything's paying off for him. This is great luck for him.
Has to menu boss though because he does not have master. We're seeing K45 check from Lavan. Meanwhile, we see Qirn dipping into what little he can check of Palace of Darkness. And where is Nicky going? Oh, Nicky's also going to do the big bomb. And Lavan is now finding their way to Swamp. And once again, folks, I want to point out here, Qirn and Lavan are racing each other. Nicky and Hex are racing each other. But they're all doing the same seed. So whatever one person's finding, everyone else will find. And right now, Lavan and Hex have a huge advantage over their opponents.
Oh yeah, that menu item list for Hex is not a convenient order of items to get from hammer to hookshot and back.
Put the fire up, but he has no fire magic.
Oh no. He does have a blue potion though. If you wanted, you could use it and.
He also has the bow, but the bow is kind of hard to hit.
Yeah. Going for the hammer strats, but it is very tough window to catch Argus while he's moving like that.
Yeah, drink the potion.
He says nuts to this. I'm just gonna use Fire Rod.
Oh, we have our third sword upgrade in Palace of Darkness. So Qirn has a combat advantage over Lavan. And with that being an optional sword, Lavan may not find it. So
we got Ether on Argus.
Ether's on Argus. We know where all our medallions are, so that means we don't really care what's required to enter Mire. We have all the medallions combined across our runners.
Yeah, and Hexmage is definitely going to be getting to Ice before, so you can go into Thieves Town.
Yeah.
Looks to be what he's going for. He's going to warp and take the south route up to Ice Palace.
I do not blame him.
Yeah, while you're here, do it. It's a crystal. You can finish it, full clear it. Gets you one step closer to Ganon. And to note, we still haven't found Ganon's Tower Big Key, so that could be a troll for them.
Noel has finally made the play to go to Hera.
Good play.
Does not know that this is Blue Pendant, but it doesn't matter. The mirror is here.
Yeah, when you've got so few locations left to check, then you gotta make the dip independent dungeons.
And we are approaching the 75-minute mark. Once again, folks, make sure to give all 4 of these runners a follow. They are putting on an excellent race for us to commentate tonight, as well as make sure to give our restreamers our 224 Baker, as well as our two trackers. There's Raspberry Floof and Death Star. Oh, and also us here commentators, Lobo and myself, Wolflink at 0370.
Absolutely doing a great job over here locking down the Wolf booth, Wolf.
Wait, where's Noel? Why did Noel? Oh no! Noel doesn't have the Tower of Hera Big Key.
Oh no, she doesn't. You're right. She needs to go. She made that early play, I believe, into Eastern Palace before everyone else, but she didn't go back to pick up the big chest.
Oh, that's gonna. I think that's gonna seal her fate. Unfortunately, that early gamble actually not benefiting her at all. It's actually hurting her.
Yeah, because you hate isolating chests like that because it just puts it so far behind, and when it's important like that, it's tough to watch. It's tough to see. But hopefully she goes back to look for it. She doesn't have too many places left to check that she can. She cleared out Skull, Thieves, and Ice.
She might just write it off as nothing.
It's possible. It's one chest. It's one location.
But we know it's the location to go.
She's going down, so maybe she is making that play.
We're seeing the ball jump from Hexmage. It looks like they're having a little bit of trouble getting in position. That's why I said this ball jump is not the easiest. It's because you have to pretty much hug that cliffside and get your position just right.
Okay, good. Nikki is going up to Eastern, so she's gonna make that play, and she's gonna pick up that Tower of Hera Big Key. Whew.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, we know now that Hexmage has had this mirror for like 30 plus minutes.
Yeah, and then Qirn's already up there, so he's gonna be picking up his mirror.
Lavan wasn't too far behind, though, is the thing.
Yeah.
So both Qirn and Noel are probably going to be thinking, how long have they had this?
Yeah, at this time, yeah, it's absolutely one of the things that goes through your mind. Oh, and Qirn's got tempered, so this shouldn't be too bad for him.
Yeah. And that's the only advantage Qirn may have against Lavan is the fact that knowing that pod is a pendant, Lavan may not check there for anything and not find that tempered sword and might have to do Master Sword again. And that is like one of the few ways Qirn can catch up and make some time up.
That's true. He's gonna get the bow here in a minute, so that might give him incentive to check Eastern and then use that as a trip to pod while he's there.
Yeah, I would do that probably.
Yeah, it's you've got mirror, you can do both.
Nickynoel now has the key to Tower Hera. And Lavan has picked up the D. So our racers are going to eventually, actually, where is left to check other than in Dark Palace, to our knowledge? I mean, we can fight the Harmos Knights.
Yeah, that's probably your next move is to fight Armor Knights. Hope he's got something. And then you're dipping into Turtle Rock, I think.
How many keys do we have? 2? 3?
Yeah, I think 2 for most of our runners. 3 for Hexmage.
All right, Hexmage can actually, with the exception of the big key chest, can full clear Turtle Rock, and with the amount of chests that it has, might be worthwhile.
You can see Ice Rod in Turtle Rock.
I mean, with all the items in there, I would just go for it anyway. Normally, it has 5 items, and with all the keys in the overworld, it has even more. And Qirn getting cursed with the map. The skull, which we already knew. But it's something else we haven't covered yet. The big chest in Ice Palace could have something major in it.
Yeah, that is a good point. Nobody's looked at it, so Hexmage will give us our first glimpse into it.
Another small key to Dark Palace for Hexmage.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. So that big chest was a Turtle Rock small key, so that's why Hexmage has 3 versus 2 on everyone else.
Ah, good eye with Raspberry Flute. Once again, one of our trackers. Lavan is making the trip with the big bomb. Not really worth it, but gotta check it. You don't know. Noel finally has arrived at Moldorm.
Yeah, very important to note that she doesn't have Mirror though, but she did clear out Ice Palace, which gave her access to that Thieves Town big key over on the Bumper Cave. So she does have 3 crystals at the moment, which
Nicky taking a fall.
Moldorm is cursing all our runners today.
So yeah, with that key advantage, I'd say Hex is most definitely going to go to Turtle Rock then. Most of the other runners are probably not thinking about it. Oh no,
Yeah.
another advantage of the routing. He can use Balmos to break open Cold Stare Shell.
Oh, easy peasy. That's great. And half magic should with Fire Rod, that should be a problem. And Red Mail, come on. Good times.
Yeah, easy fight. And Moldorm has fallen, as does Cold Stare here in just a little bit. Noel has picked up the mirror, and as well as the pendant. And Hexmage now has his cape and the crystal. Meanwhile, Lavan and Qirn are checking overworld spots that we've already seen.
Yeah, so this definitely puts finishing up Eastern for that crystal. That's a no-brainer. Take care of that while you can. And then I would say, unless something off of Armos convinces you otherwise, Turtle Rock is the play.
Actually, I think Hexmage might dip into Dark Palace. He's got what?
Yeah.
3 small keys?
Yeah, he's the only one that hasn't. I think he has 2.
I can't tell.
Yeah, but with bow and hammer, that gives him 2 keys, goes a long way.
So he could, but those 2 keys, he can not doesn't have to open up the front door like everyone else has. Who has dipped in.
Yeah, he can just route it around the other way, and if he can hammer jump, he can get access to even more chests.
Yeah, I would say that just looting around Thieves Pod, even though it's appended, is a pretty good idea. Looks like he's going to take care of business at Thieves Town first. This is a good play that'll give him his Master Sword. Has to get the big key off of Bumper Cave first, though, of course. And we see Qirn in the swamp. And Lavan has paid Kiki the monkey and is opening up Dark Palace with the bow in tow. And does have 3 Dark Palace keys. And we see Hexmage going to get the big key for Thieves Town. Meanwhile, Lavin is checking all these items on the bow route. We have not seen these yet, so this is going to be a first look at them. Pretty good mimic fight there. Has to get through this treadmill room now. No problem. And what is one of the first chests Lavin is rewarded with? It is 20 rupees. Nickynoel now gets the Smokey the Swamp. And bombs is the other reward on the bow path. And we see Lavin going around. Will they check the single chest? Nope. You're gonna leave that alone, using their keys wisely. And it makes sense because you get this item, get that item downstairs. There's the shovel. And they can also get the 3 items in the big chest and come back later with another small key. Now they are using the bomb here, so they're going to use one of their keys here. I don't recall if this chest has been checked, but what is it? Just some money. And a bonk capacity upgrade for Lavin. Going back around the bow path again for Lavin, and Qirn has checked the left side of Swamp.
Yeah, Lavin doing a good job using the keys he has to check as many chests as possible.
Yeah, if he's gonna have to. He only needs 4 in reality if he does the hammer jump.
Yeah, so if he goes up and checks the Hummus Hellway, then he can work in the hammer jump. Then he can mirror out and then have to do one more trip around if he wants to actually get to Helmasaur.
And we'll see if he goes for the hammer jump. Not just yet. Meanwhile, Hexmage has found the Master Sword in Thieves Town. And Lavin is quickly approaching Tempered, it looks like. Qirn now has Balvos. And there's Quake for Lavin, has all 3 medallions.
Yeah, just an incredibly close race on both sides of the screen.
Oh,
Okay.
and it looks like our Tempered was over on the Dark Maze side. They're seeing some pause buffering here. This is how you would set up the hammer jump if you're not skilled with knowing the positions. off-center, unfortunately. Hexmage has defeated Blind in the meantime, and Qirn is working on Argus. Pretty easy fight with the Tempered Sword. Two spins, and that should be all she wrote for Argus there. And Qirn now also has all 3 medallions. And a successful hammer jump from Lavan. Second try. There is our Tempered Sword. It was in the maze. As well as the magical boomerang. And now we are seeing what the Armos Knights will have as we are approaching them.
Yeah, and Qirn heading in the same direction there, so that's going to be a good convergence.
The only difference is that Qirn will need at least, I think, maybe 1 or 2 more keys to fully check Dark Palace. Did not have the bow to do the bow route like Lavan did. Hexmage, meanwhile, is picking up the Big Mom and is moving to seeing what Pyramid Fairy has for him. We already know. And actually, the Armos Knights have to have something, don't they? I can't think of any other place our runners can go after this.
Turtle Rock would be the one place.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Unfortunately, learning the Igor a little too early. Has to wait a few seconds for the eye to open. And here is the Armos Knights. Let's see if we're going to see a quick kill. Setting up for it.
Yeah, that's textbook Darmos right there. Just for 50 rupees.
But also for one of our crystals. As we go up to 5 crystals now on Lava. And yes, it looks like Turtle Rock is the play. We need to go into Turtle
Lavan chucking a bomb out of there. Definitely not what he was expecting to get out of Armos Knights.
Yeah. Next phase is checking Aga Tower. So now I want to say the lead is sort of dissipated into Lavan's favor in terms of all 4 of our runners.
Yeah, I would say so. Qirn is about to also get his 5th crystal, picking it up off the Armos Knights in just about a moment.
Oh, Lavan hasn't done the mushroom check though. Qirn is going for a more safer strat against the Armos Knights. Unfortunately, did not get the last hit before the health refilled. That is something that the Armos Knights do. When they change colors, they get their health back and have to hit them with 3 more arrows. Lava buying potions now, and it has to be a mountain. Has to be the mountain. No, they're not going to the mountain.
Yeah, he's opened the right side there. Now that he has bow, is gonna open up maybe the ice rod or maybe something else, but not gonna find anything too helpful on that side.
I was looking at Lavan's screen, but yeah. Not gonna be too helpful for Qirn, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's gonna check the dig spot.
Dig spot, I think, had something.
Is that a key to Dark Palace?
Yeah, it was a key to our palace, which is actually really good.
Yeah, should he want to go to Helmasaur, that's his one-way ticket.
Actually, ooh, I just realized something here.
Oh yeah?
We potentially have a pedestal.
Ooh, it's time to start bust out the theories here. What do we got? What could be on pedestal?
As at this point, it can, in terms of items, flute or ice rod. Can't be Book of Mador because that will lock itself. That would lock
Desert.
They need to access desert to begin with, so.
Yeah, it's gonna be crucial to see what's in Turtle Rock. If we get a book and a Desert Palace big key, that could potentially then point us to a flute pedestal.
I just want to point out that the Qirn or bird had a ball blow over their hands. It blasted them back into the buffer, which blasted them forward into the pit. That was kind of hilarious. Here we go, the first check of Turtle Rock. And Destar is pointing out that if we don't have the flute available, then it is then book can be pedestal. Endar Cole, if most of these runners have done fake powder, if powder's on there, it's useless. They're purely looking at what could be progression at ped.
Yeah, we could be looking at maybe Ganon's Tower big keys on pedestal.
That would actually be hilarious, and it's forced all dungeons.
Yeah. We could potentially have an ice rod on pedestal.
Yeah, we could also even have the big key to the big key to Eastern Campion pedestal. Never mind. Almost said that. That is the only big key we don't have, actually, is the big key Eastern and the big key to Ganon's Tower, but you've already mentioned Ganon's Tower.
We have Eastern, we don't have Desert.
No, that's what I meant, Desert. I get them kind of confused sometimes.
Yeah, but Lavan's making his check here. We got a small key to Ganon's Tower.
That's the third?
Yeah, that'd be the third, I believe.
Doesn't matter, they have more than enough.
Yeah. But they don't have the one that counts, so still on the lookout.
Yeah, the only, the Ganon's Tower big key. So all eyes on Lavan as they are the first one to check this unknown area. In the change out room. Nicely done. Flute is in Turtle Rock.
Okay, all right. So we've got our mire there. That'll be easy to clear.
Now we could have a situation in which it's a forced double dip.
Yes, yeah. They could get to the end here of Turtle Rock and not have Ice Rod, which would then force them to go back out and take their mire.
And actually, it could also be in Desert. With the flute, they have access to the last two dungeons. Which means Sarasla could have the Ice Rod.
Yeah, this very well could be in all dungeons.
Well, no, we don't have to fight, we haven't had to fight, Helmasaur at all.
True, true.
Although, it'd be funny if Helmasaur actually had the Ice Rod this whole time. I'm not gonna lie.
Lavan is opting to steal a key, skipping that big key chest that is becoming so common.
Yeah, that is a wise play there. That means you don't have to find all 4 Ganosaur small keys. It's a nice little way of saving time.
Yeah, opting to go for the laser bridge chests and the potential Trinex if he can, then the one chest.
Although, I mean, you're going to Turtle Rock without the Ice Rod, as Qirn is now entering Turtle Rock themselves. You pretty much are banking on Ice Rod being in here, but if it's not, would you spend this key to check the middle chest?
It's such a risk because if you don't find that progression in Turtle Rock or perhaps in the next place, then you're in a tougher place.
Let's see, 20 rubies here. And yeah, Master Book is entirely possible now, Death Star. Everyone is now on Tempered Sword. And oh boy, that's a huge fine for Lavan, but everyone's gonna get that. Did you see what that was, Lobo?
Is that silvers?
That was silver arrows.
Oh, good
in the
pickup.
in the Turtle Rock big chest.
Yeah, so red mail, tempered, and silvers. Ganon is going to be a breeze.
Not to mention half magic and cape on top of all that.
Oh yeah, this is easy mode.
This is like the easiest Ganon anyone's ever gonna have. Now the hard part is finding the big key to get to him. That's the only difficult thing. And also, they have like 13 hearts. They are in like easy street right now.
Yeah, they just walk through Hyrule. There's no worries on their mind. Just got to get those items. Lavan's done about half of the chests available to him, so gonna get a look into Laser Bridge momentarily.
Yeah, that's the last major check here is Laser Bridge. And oh, wait a minute. Look what Lavan doesn't have.
Okay.
He doesn't have this another small key.
I must have miscounted earlier.
No, we haven't. There's a small key to Tarahera. The last small key that we're missing, as we find a key to Meyer, is the one that Hexmage got in the big chest of Ice Palace.
Oh, that's terrible. That's such a troll. That's tough.
And we know this because Hexmage was the last one to go into ice because he went to Hera first.
Yeah, so you gotta wonder when Lavan's gonna make that check back into ice. That's so out of the way.
He's gonna hope that Ice Palace has the other big key. Sorry about that. Throat suddenly dried up on me. And take some of the drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah, and just want to give another big shout out to our trackers for this race. We've got Death Star 175 and Raspberry Floof. Give them a follow, and our restreamer Who42 Baker. And also give a follow to all 4 of these runners for doing an excellent job putting on a race for you on this key Saturday.
Yeah, that's right indeed. Make sure to give everyone a follow as well as my co-commentator, Tim Lobo.
And my co-Wolf commentator, Wolf Link.
Lavan is now approaching Meyer. Doesn't really care what medallion it is. Force and El Magus is pointing out that we could have a vanilla big key.
Oh.
That is cruel. Oh, that is cruel, man. All right, Meyer Shed, what do we got? Ice Rod!
Oh, Flute in Turtle Rock. Forced double div.
Yep. But hey, on the bright side, at least it wasn't a triple dip.
It's true. Could be a lot worse. Haven't seen Boots yet.
Nope. Empty boots, and this is a small key to Gan's Tower. If there's all 4 keys found.
So the potential of guessing game is still on for Ganon's Tower.
Yes, it is. Unless we find the big key right here in Checkerboard Cave.
That would be something.
What do we find? It's a compass.
Oof.
We don't care about that. Get that out of here. And we're finally seeing the Meyer medallion requirement. Although Lavan does not have magic for it. It's Quake.
Oh, no magic. Oh, but he got blue potion.
Yeah, blue potion, more than enough. Can easily restock on their way back to Turtle Rock. Just with a quick flute detour. And Qirn has now made it all the way to Laser Bridge and realizes that the ice rod's not in there. And you're right. Oh my goodness, you're right. Quake is required and Hexmage doesn't have it. We know where it is too. It is in Palace of Darkness, so that dungeon is actually required.
Oh wait, no, Hexmage has it. Just checked his inventory. He's got it.
Oh, our tracker must have missed it then. Sorry about that, folks. That was a little bit of a scare.
Yeah, no, they are all on equal footing here, more or less.
And I hear a swag duck.
Most 3 of our runners are feeling pretty plucky. Hexmage is going to be picking up his flute shortly.
Big key has been found for Skull Woods.
Uh-oh.
In Meyer.
That could be a one-off another one-off location pops on their maps. They don't want to have any more one-off locations that they need to potentially route in.
No, they really don't. And what do we have here? We have a small key to ice. Don't really care about that. Have they checked right side yet at all? Spike room, etc.?
I don't think so, not yet.
They must have used their keys and went straight left. All right.
Yeah, and with hookshot, not a bad way. They can route up through the bridge there, or they can kind of go through the 4 little bomb guy rooms.
Yeah, unfortunately, Hexmage is a little bit behind the rest of the pack.
Yeah, that's the rough thing about Keysanity is there's no leads. There's just advantages here and there. There's no lead until we officially get someone in Ganon's Tower with the big key. At which point, then, oh, we got Book.
The Book of Medora.
All right,
Well,
so
that kills Ped unless it's the Ganon's Tower big key.
it's true. That does open up Bombos Tablet and Ether Tablet as 2 new locations for our runners.
Yeah, it can only be the Ganon's Tower big key right now. That is the only way Ped is required. So if you guys want to see Ganon's Tower big key, start praying for it.
We don't have a Desert Palace big key just yet, but it could come up soon, or it could be on Trinex, which would be something.
Well, Ganon's Tower's big key might be on pedestals, whatever I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that too.
Hexmage now finally has the flute. We're seeing the checks here on we have the map to Turtle Rock. We already know. All right, here we go. The last 2 chests. We have the small key to Castle Town.
Oh, oh, I got a feel for these guys. They're getting spun all over the place.
And I see the routing now. They're leaving the bridge chest for last, so they can do the pitfall. Very smart routing. What's in this last chest? It's the other map to Ganon's Tower.
Oh, okay. So our last location admirer is on Vidi himself.
Which means we might have to dip into Eastern or Desert rather, without knowing any of the keys locations.
Yeah, with no big key and no boots, they have 1 chest that they can look in Desert Palace.
They actually have 3 technically, but they would have to sort of sequence break the keys.
That would be the one way to get around it.
But even then, that's not taken into account by the logic is grabbing the key out of the back of Desert and bringing it to the front.
I'd be very, very interested to see if any runner decides to go for that. Getting close to 2 hours here on this race. Everyone is just neck and neck right now, and be curious to see if anyone tries to game the system that way.
Well, I would potentially consider it because it saves you from having to look for the small key for if there's a required item back there, and you don't need the small, and that way you just need the small key to fight. What's his name? Moldorm, or no, Lamos. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a give and take, because maybe Landmillis has an item, and they need to be finding big desert big key. Could really be anything.
Oh, Nicky got the flute and left. Nicky does not have silvers. Well, let's see what Vitreous has. Dominus killed him and it drops the small key.
Dark Palace small key. Oh boy.
You know what that tells us? That's what, 5 small keys now?
It's certainly enough to get to Helmasaur King.
Helmasaur might have our answer. Helmasaur King. We still haven't fought him yet.
So the late stages of this race getting very, very interesting. And Lavin giving our first look inside of Desert.
Yeah.
Gonna check that torch to see if boots are blocking anything important. Hopefully not.
If it's a big key, it's either the big key here or it's the big key to Ganon's Tower, but it's only 20 rupees.
Yeah, nothing, no worries there.
This one and only chest is a small key. It's
Desert
a small key to... It's in its vanilla dungeon.
Very interesting. Opening up 2 more chests. I know all eyes on Lavin.
You find the compass. The swamp. We don't need that. What is this last chest in Desert?
Oh, the hype is real. Oh!
The vanilla key!
Oh, baby.
What the heck is this? That means, yeah, pedestal is now on the table.
Desert Palace is green pendant, so Sasha might be the boss of something.
Well, let's find out what this last item is. It's just 10 arrows.
Oh, if that was
goodness.
anything else.
What is this scene? This is Keysanity game. You're supposed to take those keys and put them elsewhere. Wow. Man, this race. I don't know about you, man, but I'm having a great time watching this.
This has been a great seed. I love this race. This is fantastic. It started off. We have a total diamond formation happening where they branched off and now they're converging back in the same route. It's great to watch, and the turns here. Pedestal hype is so real.
Yeah. Although it's only for one item. The only item they need is the Ganis Tower Big Key.
Yeah, yeah.
And if it's not there directly, it has to be an item that it has to be boots. And the
But
boots
man,
are
it would be
blocking.
something. I would love to see again this Tower Big Key on pedestal. I don't think I've ever seen that seed yet.
I saw a Turtle Rock Big Key on pedestal the other night.
Oh, that's awesome.
Actually, I think it was on Gamers Cow's race.
Okay, Land Molus is down. What's he got?
The Blue Cane!
Daniel Bryan.
That's even more invincibility they don't really need.
Not at all. So he's got Sasha opened. He can now check
It's
the
the
Skullwood's
Hoshila,
big chest.
it's Sarasala, or Helmasaur King, or Skullwood's Big Chest.
We've got tablets as well he can look at.
He has to also go. Levin has to also go into ice though, because if you recall, the Big Chest has that third Ganon's Tower or Turtle Rock Small Key that they need are missing.
I think we're getting a pedestal check here.
Nope.
Could be checking that Skullwood's big key.
Yeah, I think. All right, this is good routing. He's gonna check the Ganon's Tower. He's gonna check the Skullwood's Big Chest. Then he's going to mirror and check the pedestal. That's what I'm thinking he's gonna do.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Qirn right behind him in desert right now. Nickynoel doing the same thing, and Hexmage just entering Mire, so he's not very far behind.
Nope, not entering fire. No magic.
Any potions though? No. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Money in Skullwoods, so not the answer there. And there is the mirror.
Here we go.
Is he checking pedestal? He's in the area. He's heading that way.
All right, let's find out. He's got to know. If I've got to spend that time to get that pod, Helmasaur King death. And Book is equipped.
All right, folks, here we go. Get ready. Pedestal is a compass, not required at all.
Womp womp.
But that means that it's either Sarasala.
Still a troll though, because he needs to go back to Ice Palace to go inside the big chest to get the key to Turtle Rock. So we're not done yet, I think.
Not necessarily.
I think
if you go, you could still find one at the at the Sarasala turn-in. Although
true.
I don't know. Although he could also find another key checking the tablets, and that's what he's doing right now. He's going up to check Ether.
And I don't believe we've had a check to Tara her basement just yet.
Also, I just realized all of our runners are in item go mode now, as far as we are aware, but they are missing the Ganis Tower Big Key to go into a full go mode, amongst other things.
Just the levels of troll if we do get vanilla Turtle Rock Big Key, like, really? Alright, let's see what Ether Tablet's holding today.
And Hexmage did check the big key chest. It was just a heart.
Yeah, just a heart.
So it has to be either on Bombos, on Sarasala, the Hera basement.
Yeah, I'm getting a Hera basement check right now.
I completely forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I think they recently just picked up the Hera basement key.
Well, time for a coffee break, folks. are we gonna set up today? Standard bomb. Actually,
Qirn may opt to take this green pendant straight to Sasha, which would be an interesting move. If that's where the progression needs to take you.
I mean, I would do it real quick.
Yeah, with 2 pendants, checking pedestal isn't bad, but let's see. Yep, he's gonna cash it in.
Oh, and he's gonna set up to potentially fight Helmasaur King as well, just to
Yeah.
make sure. He might be setting up the blind pull the pedestal.
Ooh. But Lavan finishing up his coffee break, gonna check out what's in the basement.
And Hexmage is on a coffee break of a different kind. And we have 20
Ooh.
rupees.
Just 20.
Qirn looks like he's on the right path.
Yeah, so far.
The only place that this could bite is Bombos right now.
Yeah, Bombo's tablet is still available.
That's the only other spot I can think of.
All right, Sasha the boss, what you got?
The small key.
Ooh, small key to Turtle Rock.
There's our 4th small key to Turtle Rock.
Oh, what a seed.
But here's the thing. Is the Ganstar big key on Helmasaur King?
We don't know yet. I would imagine we're gonna see a full clear of basement Ganon's Tower before we see Helmasaur King.
All right, so folks, we're getting close, but let's find out. Wait and see, because we still have the item on Trinex. Trinex could have the Ganstar big key.
He could.
But once Qirn gets that last crystal, and Lavan has the small key, he's also gonna be heading up to Turtle Rock.
Yeah, Lavan and Nikki both picking up that key at the same time. I also just noticed we don't have a big key to Swamp. That would be a terrible location for a Ganon's Tower big key.
Oh, you're right indeed. And unfortunately, Lavan getting mirror bonks. Oh, wait a minute. What's Lavan doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Lavan.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, just had an issue there maybe.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought Lavan was going to check Helmasaur King, but then they realized, oh, wait, I have 3 small keys. So Qirn going to Turtle Rock to collect the 7th crystal.
Either that or the vanilla big key, but I imagine he's got to be going for that. Let's try next fight.
He already yeah, he's going for the Trinex fight. Absolutely.
I think Lavan's going to check Bombos.
I mean, if he finds Bombos here, the big key of Bombos, the last big key we actually care about, then that is huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nikki's also going right into Turtle Rock while Hexmage is finishing up Mire.
Yeah, Hexmage unfortunately had a huge advantage and is low on health.
Right, gonna check on the Bombos tablet.
All right, we're looking for a big key.
It's
a heart piece.
All right.
So that about sums it up, I think. The big key is either on Trinex, it's on Helmasaur King, or
basement.
It's in the Ganon's Tower basement, and well, you know what to do with that. Well, we'll get that to us in a moment, because Lavan is going back into ice to check the big chest. We'll find the 4th Ganon's Tower small key and realize I should have been going up there a long time ago.
Yeah, he'll give us the opportunity to take a look at what's in that chest. Nikki might as well. I'm not sure if she's going to decide to check that or
not. Probably not. Has everything they need.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of places for the Ganon's Tower big key to show up here. Qirn did not skip Mimic Cave. He has double dipped. This dungeon was a double dip on most of our runners' parts. So yeah, here we go. Here comes the fight against Trinex for Qirn.
Yeah, it's going to give him the 7th crystal. Still without Ganon's Tower Big Key, so he is hoping for it in this fight.
And there we go with the Trinex fight. Very good execution on this thus far. 1, 2, 3. Dodge ahead.
Yep,
Don't
stopped him
slash.
from spitting ice. That's great. Good.
Yeah, that ice can really trip you up.
We're going to catch him with a spin and a couple of slashes here. All right, let's find out.
All right, let's find out. Indeed,
Here we go.
If it is the Ganon's Tower Big Key on Trinex, or if it's something else. It is 22 rupees. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have all 7 crystals, and we have yet to find the big key. One of the rare times.
LavanFirestorm is about to look at Big Chest. He's going to get that Turtle Rock key.
Yes, but we have a guessing game we like to do, don't we? Whenever we can't find the big key.
That we do.
Rare, it's rare in Keysanity, but we have 22 chests in Ganon's Tower, but that doesn't mean the big key's there. So, give us a number 1 through 23. 23 being that it's not in Ganon's Tower at all. And tell us what number that the big key is.
Oh, Qirn. We're gonna see. Hopefully, for his sake, he's hoping it's in here. But it's been quite the race so far. Lavan noticing he's missing one chest, so he's gotta spend some time in there because he doesn't know where that Ganon's Tower chest is or key is. All right, Qirn going up right side first.
Didn't get this chest either. All right, so we have our first 2 items here. We have the bug net and 5 rupees.
Yeah, that's 2. He's opting to start with the right side.
Has all the keys, doesn't really care.
Yep.
Noel has defeated Trinex. Unfortunately for Noel, I think they skipped the silver arrows.
Yeah, she went straight into go mode, so she skipped it. She still doesn't have Ganon's Tower Big Key, so I wonder if she's gonna maybe opt for it or what. But we know it has silver arrows. She doesn't.
And Smallbig, yes, you are seeing some sprites. Some have been around for the randomizer for a while now. The only truly new one here is the penguin on Hexmage's end. These have all been around in some form or version or another. We have the boots in!
The boots at Ganon's Tower.
And a heart piece, 20 rubies, and the fire shield.
Okay, we're getting out of here. We're gonna take a look at the left side now. We'll see a torch.
Oh my goodness! If the big key,
if it's on torch,
that'd be amazing. We have a small key on torch, and it's a small key to ice,
Okay.
which we don't need. But Bob is also dead. Rip Bob. I haven't seen Bob in a while, actually. All right, 4 more chests here.
establish room, give us compass.
That's chest number. I lost count already. There's a hard piece here. And in this chest is a small key. The dark ballast. That's the 6th small key.
I believe that was 11.
Yeah, I think that was 11.
Yeah, two on the right side, then 4, so 6, 7.
Yeah, 11. This
Yeah,
is number
11.
12.
This is
Magic powder.
Oh.
Well, they have every item in the game now. And Hexmage is going back into Dark Palace here. We might see if Helmsor King has our last one after all. Oh, you're right. Qirn has the compass, so we can just look at their item count. 13.
Oh, there it is. 13.
It was in Ganon's Tower the whole time, folks. Qirn is now officially in go mode.
Go mode 2 hours and 10 minutes. That's wonderful. So
Yeah.
that's going to put Nikki on the same pace. So they are currently in the lead, and they should have no problems picking up the wins in their matches here.
Yeah, pretty good match thus far.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a very good good race so far.
Nikki will have to do silverless, but she's pretty comfortable if she's in go mode.
Yeah, she's got tempered and red mail. She's 2 bottles as well, so she should feel pretty good.
And it looks like Hexmage will be fighting Helmasaur King, so we'll finally see what Helmasaur had this whole time. But at this point, we can pretty much say that it's nothing important other than maybe this big key to swamp. And once again, folks, I want to point this out here. If you like any one of these 4 runners and want to see them do well in this tournament, they're not out of the running just yet. This is all 4, both of these races going on. Qirn and Lavan, Nikki and Hex. They are 1-0. They're still in this. And it is still Swiss stage, so...
Yeah, and with the way the tournament is set up after the Swiss round stages, we should have a nice big pool of 4-1 racers that will all face off to get at least 1, maybe possibly 2 spots available in the second stages of the tournament.
That is correct. Noel is on the way to the big key. Lavan is fighting Tridex. But it's a little too late. We already see Qirn out of the gauntlet. And Nickynoel is in go mode. I love doing these whisper rooms, by the way. It's so clean. And there goes the Helmasaur King.
Get that cat out of the way.
Never needed to die.
And a piece of heart.
Never needed to die. His life was not worth it. Poor Helmasaur King. I actually feel bad for him.
Yeah, got hassled by Hexmage, but that's just how it goes.
Well, he even got shunned by Ganon for saying, okay, we're not giving you anything important other than Quake, and we're not even going to give it to you, it's going to be in your dungeon. So the only person to actually visit him broke his heart. And I just realized that's another pun. Because it was a piece of heart. Meanwhile, Qirn is fighting Troldorm too. Textbook kill. Will they open Troldorm's last possession? Nope. And why would you?
Yeah, just 216, forever unknown.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, so story of the race is just the huge swings that we just had in the middle section. You know, Hexmage we saw for a long time was leading, but as Keysanity goes, you get spun around and you have difficulty getting to the next progression item, and gives your opponent enough time to come back.
Yes, and for those of you who are just tuning in, the reason why we're saying this, Hexmage was the first one into Hera, found the mirror, but eventually just slowed down to a crawl. And Nickynoel, as you can see, is caught up and is already fighting the Lamolas in Ganon's Tower. And Qirn is slaying Aghanim too, and now it's time to fight the pig. 12 strikes each with a tempered sword, 6 spins if you want to do that instead. Then 4 more, and then we're on to the silver phase. What is Ganon got to say for us tonight, though? So how do you like me now? That's all I caught on that.
Yeah, that's a proper quote for this particular seed. Well done with your item placement there, Ganon.
Yeah, Ganon did a really good job of the seed. Already into the fire shields phase. And Juniper, no, there is a trick called Silverless in which if you hit Ganon as he's teleporting in the 4th phase, you can actually get away with damaging him. It's a little bit difficult though for brand new players because the timing is fairly precise. Most people will actually do spin attacks. Ganon's Tower for Big Key was actually in Ganon's Tower in the Fire Snake room on left side. And here we go, Silver Shot 1. That was an interesting stun. I'm not sure that first hit counted. Yes, he did.
Yep, and he gets him, and Qirn has finished in first place with an SRL time of 2 hours, 17 minutes, and 40 seconds. GG.
Yeah, get GG's in your chat for him. He is the winner of the race against him and LavanFirestorm, and this seed as a whole. First to finish.
Yep, he's improving his record in the tournament to 2-0. LavanFirestorm will knock down to 1-1, but Nickynoel is entering the fight with Trolldorm 2. So.
Oh, Nickynoel found butter at some point.
Oh, she did.
Where was that?
Oh, I think she checked the chests leading up to Trolldorm and picked it up. Yeah, it was in the fair room. Got a heart piece over there in the last chest.
All right, I'm gonna see about we getting Qirn in here for an interview.
Hexmage finally heading into Desert, though. He did skip it after finishing Mire, so he opted to do a couple other checks before that. It cost him some time.
And Lavan is now in go mode. And Nickynoel is fighting Aga too. And congratulations on your win, Qirn. That was a very interesting seed, to say the least. Also, I also want to point a special point out to your interesting sort of mishap in a Dark Palace, which you bombed yourself into the bumper and bounced yourself into the pit. That was actually kind of hilarious. But walk us through the seed.
I felt like it was super linear, and on top of that, it was so slow. Like, you didn't get boots, or I'm guessing other runners won't have got it because it's on right side. You don't get flute or mirror until very late, and it's like all forced. And every double dip I did, I think, except for maybe one of those pod dips, was a forced double dip.
Yeah, your opponent Lavan is currently starting the gauntlet right now.
Yeah, I figured that we would all be kind of close and bunched up together because the seed really funneled you.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. When you win the Ice Palace, your opponent Lavan and Nickynoel also win the Ice Palace. Hexmage, on the other hand, went to Hera and got the mirror first.
Oh
They
wow.
had a huge advantage, and as you just heard, Nickynoel is fighting Ganon, and Hexmage just killed my Molas.
Oh wow. Yeah, that would be huge. I was wondering about that with like the mirror just sitting right there.
Yeah, it was actually it was just wild to see that sort of breakout. You said it correctly. Like the seed started and everyone went in their separate directions, and then it all funneled you into the same basic route when you had nowhere else to look. You know, you all had a diamond shape to this route.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that they could have routed things more efficiently since they had the mirror earlier, but you also had to take that long way back up to Hera. So I wonder if it kind of, how it broke even. Because I thought about that play, but I also thought like it's a risk, and it apparently it paid off for them.
Not to the point in which they won. And we just now realized that the compass at pedestal was the compass to Tower Hera. Hexmage pulling the pedestal. But yeah, Nickynoel, you're the other race. I'm just gonna give you a heads up here. Found the butter sword in the chest just before Troll Learn 2. But did not pick up the silver arrows, so they're doing silverless. So this team with the least was being extremely kind to you in terms of combat.
Yeah, there was one hard fight. Wasn't there like a fighter sword cold stare or something? Or maybe that was master sword.
Mothula, I think, is what you're thinking of. There was fighter sword and like possibly hammer available.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was just a tough Mothula to watch, but everyone got through it eventually. By that point, most of you had red mail plus, some sword plus half magic as well.
Yeah.
And just get any other thoughts about the race?
No, I feel pretty good about it. Like I said, like it was very slow, so I knew that it was going to come down to execution. And I know that Lavan and I are on very similar levels in the races that we've played against each other. We are pretty close, so I was really nervous about that because I know that he executes pretty good too. So.
Well, you know who else did pretty good? Nickynoel, who is just in here now for her interview, and has finished in second place of this overall race. Is with you guys with a time of 2:23:02.
GG, Nikki.
I don't even know how.
I really don't know either, because I was telling this to Qirn. Hexmage was the first into Hera while you all were in ice.
Well, the thing was, literally every decision I made, basically until skipping T-Rock, was wrong. And then even T-Rock, the skip was not even the best because I didn't get so fast, so...
Which were in T-Rock, they were in the big chest.
Yeah, I read that. Oh gosh, yeah, it was like... My thoughts were just... Try to use your brain. If you want to have any chance at winning, you have to at least skip T-Rock, because you can, and the GT Vicky has to be in GT.
Well, luckily for you, your opponent, Hexmage, kind of slowed down and lost his tempo.
Like, especially when you say Hera, I had like the only options at that point were Hera and the Easter big chest. And I go to Hera, then to Eastern, and get the Hera Biggie, and was like, yeah, thanks a lot. That's exactly what I wanted to see. But yeah, at least execution until the Gauntlet and Ganon were pretty good.
Yeah, and we're seeing some swag strats on Lavan's end. You're using the bug net to defeat Aghanim too. Might as well at this point. But yeah, walk us through the seed. Was anything kind of annoying you at any point?
I mean, I had the feeling that the seed would be Joel very early, and it was like, as I said, I was pretty down because literally every decision, if I wanted to heal, if I wanted to play it safe, every decision was a wrong one. Which made it relatively easy at some point, because I always had only one location to check, unlocked something new, and had at most 3 locations, like the mirror. It was... yeah. No clue how I was supposed to win that way, but...
Yeah, it worked out there. The split between choosing between Ice Palace and Hera ended up
Also-
working out. You got capes, so you could take that to the Bumper Cave to get your Thieves Town key. So there was like a little divergence there of option, but eventually funneled you all into the same route.
Do we know where the last T-Rock small key was?
It was actually in the big chest of Ice Palace.
God. Oh, I guess Hexmage found it then because he didn't go to ice early.
Yep.
But yeah, it was just like, in theory, I should have just gone into T-Rock. But yeah, I should. The other one is an Ice Palace, and it's just as troll as everything else on the sea.
Yeah. Yes, and your opponent unfortunately pulled the pedestal.
Yeah, I was desperate, but I wanted to check it before I get it, especially because I was checking Lumberjack Cave just with that and Scarwood's big chest. I was like, not a play I like, but a play I was desperate enough to do.
Yes, the specific compass there, by the way, was the compass to Tower Hera. And poor Helmslord King had his heart broken. He had a piece of heart.
Yeah, I was just waiting for the GT Big Key to be in pod.
Yeah, luckily for you, it was not exactly, shuffled that well. Neither were the desert big keys either.
Yeah, I only wanted to take a small dip into desert and check that one chest, and suddenly it's full clear. Haven't seen that before.
Neither have I, to be perfectly honest. Neither have I. But you are going to be 2-0. Is there anyone who you know that is in 2-0 besides Qirn here that you'd be worried about facing going forward? And I guess that also applies to you, Qirn.
I mean, they are all the really good ones, which probably make more and more density out of the field. The field
Yeah.
is so big.
I was gonna say, how much time do you have? Take a while to list them all. I think Kyong 92 is definitely like gonna be in the top 2 for sure. Yeah, but like there's like I could count like 15 players. I can name like 15 players who I would be if I got matched up against them. Then I would know that I would have my work cut out for me.
Oh yeah,
Well, we're
they
gonna have
picked opponents, which would make me go the most crazy strats I could ever imagine and not even imagine yet.
Well, it's going to be a party here soon as LavanFirestorm is finished in 3rd with a time of 2:27.26.
GG, Lavan. How you feeling?
Yeah.
Didn't think the GT Big Key could be in GT because I hadn't found all of the Turtle Rock keys yet.
The last small key was in Ice Palace Big Chest.
Yep, that's when I'm like, oh, well, there it is.
Yeah, this scene was kind of kind for combat, not so kind for routing, unfortunately, as Hexmage finally is opening the path against Tower.
Yeah, the routing was a little awkward.
Yeah, I mean, freaking mirror. The mirror alone was kind of interesting.
Yeah, but even the mirror only unlocked 3 locations. Back then it was.
Well, the mirror also was your means of entering Swamp Palace.
Yeah, but only before, after we go to Graveyard Ledge and actually get the Swamp Small Key.
That's also true.
And I was really close to just checking the first item in Swamp.
I just can't believe that Cold Stare, Fighter Sword Cold Stare was almost pretty much required.
Yeah, actually, it kind of was.
No, wait. Wasn't? There was a Master Sword in Thieves Town, and in the logic, Ice Palace came after Thieves, so at least Hexmage should have had the Master Sword back then.
No, Ice Palace came first because you needed the big key on Bumper Cave to get the Master Sword out of Thieves Town, and Cold Stare was guarding it.
Right. Thieves Town was after Ice.
Yeah, Thieves Town was after Ice, and the swords were Thieves Town. I don't remember where I got the first sword.
Pokeshot Cave. The third sword was in Palace of Darkness, and the fourth sword, Nicky found it. It was just before Troldorm 2.
Ah, those chests that there's really no reason to open at this point.
Nah, especially if you have like opened this match, I think, and you see like butter sword silvers, at least in my case. I don't know. At least then like the odds are not too bad. I pretty often find stuff there. Not that I
So-
really expected the butter sword, but yeah, I'll just take it.
Yeah. So 11, you were going to be going down to 1-1, basically in the middle of the pack. Anyone there you're going to be worried about being paired up against?
I don't even know who all is there, and in my mind, I am 0-1 because I got a bye last week. My opponent didn't show up.
Well,
There are a lot of people in the 1-1 bracket. Like I said, I don't even know who all's there. I'm just hoping for close races.
I know one name, only a couple names in particular, but I know one of them is GamerCal. And they are a pretty strong competitor, if I recall right.
Who did GamerCal take a loss to? That's surprising.
I actually don't remember. I don't have the schedule here in front of me.
I gotta look this up.
I think it was a close race regardless. But yeah, nothing too major this seed.
No, it's pretty linear. You go here, then you go there, and not very much divergence available.
Yeah, it looks like GamerCal took a loss to Ryroar.
I mean, in Randomizer, anybody can beat anybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. As it was, put on display in this race, Hexmage was the only one that dipped into Hera before Ice, so he was able to get the mirror ahead of you, ahead of everyone, basically.
And we just saw what Bob's chest is, and unfortunately, Hexmage is fighting the Ice Arm, which was not required.
Yeah, so it really comes down to like what locations you check and how you route it in. It's a lot of luck.
Yeah. Even
Yeah,
though
that's
perfect example is Hexmage right here. Even though he had the advantage of finding the mirror before any of you, he still ended up being in the very back of the pack here for this quad race.
I mean, even so, he's still looking. He's maybe 25 minutes behind tops once he goes and finds the big key.
He's just now checking left side.
That's a pretty decent distribution, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about average of my times as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened for him, but and I know I'm complaining a lot, but I also know that a lot of stuff went relatively well. I still like that I went to East Des Mountain pretty early, expecting to find nothing, so the chances to find money for Zora would actually be higher, and that was exactly what I found.
What happened is I think he just slowed down in general. Because something I forgot to mention here is he actually took like 6 falls to Trolldorm on the way, to getting that mirror. So he wasn't exactly in a pretty good mindset.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was ecstatic when he finally got the mirror. All his hard work was paid off. But 6 falls to Trolldorm 1. 2 of which were double falls, I believe.
Ooh, the center hole. That's not where you want to wind up.
Yeah, and then he failed the crossover and get the big chest and had another double fall.
Yeah, I don't even bother with that bomb jump if I don't have the boots. Just because it's so unforgiving.
Well, everyone had hookshot, so he just tried to hookshot at the chest, but unfortunately got tagged by the spear. And Hexmage is now finally in go mode. Has the big key, can now ascend.
Well, GG's all, and I was very nervous coming up against you, Lavan, because in the couple of races that we've done, we were really close to each other. I don't know if you went on speedruns live before our race, but I certainly did.
I did not. I watched back your round 1 race. And that's all the research I did. Don't have time for much of that.
Yeah, I see you in the evening races sometimes. So anyway, I knew it was going to be close, and good game. And thank you all for commentating and tracking and restreaming.
Yes, we are glad to do it. But these are not the only races going on right now. Let me go ahead and give you guys a rundown of what we got coming up for you in the next few hours. Going on right now on Speed Gaming 4 is another quad race already in progress. Dark Dill and Swerve are going at each other. And also in that same feed, Problems IRL and Walking Eye. And we got another race coming up here in just 15 minutes on Speed Gaming 3. We have Zelda Dasan and Dark Shadows going at it, along with the OK Guy and Math Girl 718.
Oh, that's a good quad right there.
And yes, even more quads coming at you. At 6 o'clock on Speed Gaming 4, we have Epic Yoshi versus Lightyear, and He's Just a Boy versus Supercar.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, just keep reading this. I'm looking at the schedule too. This is a great night.
And now, one more. We have yet another quad on Speed Gaming 3 at 8 o'clock. Servitor of Ars versus Mistaken, and Rywick versus TGH.
Ooh.
And last but not least, on the main event, Speed Gaming, we have the quad race of Jesselsev and Haha Cell going at it, along with Final Flame versus P-Hat Hornet. And we will have the one and only Willard J. Bradley on the mic for that, so that'll be a great match to watch. We also have
confirmed.
we also have one final match on the schedule today, and it's Dakamat and Icon, and it'll be right here on a Link to the Past Randomizer 1. So a lot of great matches for you tonight. Plenty of rando. And of course, there's a lot of us are working pretty hard in this. So make sure to give our runners a follow. Make sure to give our trackers Raspberry Floof and Death Star a follow as well. And also our regional Who 24 Baker. And of course, there's Tim Lobo as well, my co-commentator.
Right back at you, Wolflink. Just follows all around. This has just been such a great race. I'm so happy to be.
This has been a great tournament in general.
Yeah, it's only the second week, and we still have 3 more weeks of just Swiss rounds, and then we get the massive multi-man race, and then the final brackets. So I'm just so excited for the next month.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great time, folks. And this is just a Keysanity tournament. This is supposed to be, from my recollection, just a side tournament.
Yeah, I believe we may still have either a standard tournament after, but yep. I'm not certain. That's up to the people in charge of things. I'm just here to volunteer.
I'm just here to volunteer too. I got plenty of time.
Yeah, so if anything you're watching is like inspiring you, if you want to give it a shot, I absolutely recommend hopping into the Discord, joining the community. It's a wonderful community. Grab yourself a seed, give it a shot. And just participate. It's just so much fun.
Yeah, and if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But heck, I'm not usually a speedrunner. I used to start playing this game casual, and then I discovered the randomizer and fell in love with it. Great way to enjoy one of my favorite games all over again.
Yeah, this is the game that actually got me into speedrunning.
Yep, same.
Like, I just casually played games, and I randomly found this during the spring tournament last year, and I'm like, this looks like a lot of fun. It has a lot of replayability, which is great.
And I'm the person that says, I kind of delayed learning it for a long time and only started learning it this year.
Yeah, there you go. So,
but
I mean,
yeah, the replayability for rando, since this is just like really nice working rando, definitely. And Keysanity is not too different in my opinion. That it really like makes everything dangerous, bad, like entrance randomizer.
Hexmage just defeated Molder and Timid is moving on. Almost got knocked off, but got his revenge.
I don't know. I'm almost always more excited to be second place than first place. It means I get to do Swaggin' him. I won't do it if I think I might win the race, because I'm like, it's a gigantic waste of time because I'm not very good at it. But yeah, it's fun.
Well, if you can score this run, you might want to practice it. But yeah, other than that,
Well, swordless is probably my favorite way to run this, but not many people are interested in it.
Yeah. It takes a lot of skill to run this game without a sword. And Hexmage has finished Aghanim 2 and will now be moving on to fight Ganon. So once again, folks, give our runners a follow. They deserve it. Especially Hexmage, because despite finishing roughly 20 minutes behind his opponent, is not giving up. They are pushing through to the end. And here we go with Hexmage doing the Ganon fight. Just doing a couple simple sword slashes, nothing major. Already into the shield phase. Using cave strats, very nice. And already into the earthquake phase. Phase 3. One more hit, and we'll see some silvers being shot around.
Well, I'm going to leave you guys to your interview. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you very much for the commentary.
Yes.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Thank you,
Right,
Lavan.
we actually
GG.
could still get it going. I read this morning, like, we don't even know if we'll restream it. I was like, yay.
And Hexmage has finished the race with a time of 2:42:21, and he is in the call right now. How's it going, man? That was a kind of brutal on you, I would say.
Yeah, there were 5 things that trolled me.
One of them being Troll Arm, but I'm gonna let you
Yeah.
know this right now. You had a huge advantage going into Troll Arm because you were actually the only one when there was a choice between Ice Palace and Hera. You were the only one to make the choice to go to Hera. So you had the mirror for a large portion of the race.
Yeah, but I think I lost my lead when I accidentally opened that door in Turtle Rock. Because that was not intended at all.
Yeah, that might have screwed you up because that
Yeah.
other advantage you had was the Ice Palace, Big just having the Turtle Rock Small Key, and unfortunately the other one was on Sarhasala.
Yeah, so I did a full clear of everything else before going there.
Yeah, that would explain it. But yeah, talk us through the scene, man. How does it feel after all of that?
Well, I felt pretty good when I found the Eastern Palace key up on that mountain. Then I felt really bad after I died the second time to Mod. Then I felt even worse when I fell down the 8th time against Trolldorm. And then I felt slightly annoyed by the fact that I couldn't get the Ice Palace bomb jump. And then I felt great that I got my hammer jump on first try ever in a race. Never done it before.
Alright, nice.
And then I was feeling really good about myself until I accidentally opened the Turtle Rock cave.
Yeah,
door.
that's probably what did it for you, unfortunately.
Yeah, because
so yeah, you're
so much stuff.
So yeah, you're gonna be down to 1-1. I've asked this to Lavan. I'm gonna ask this to you. Anyone you're worried in the 1-1 spot that you have to watch out for?
I haven't checked who are in 1-1, but
There's a lot of people in 1-1. The only one I
Yeah.
know is Gamer Cal. I actually know one other person. Buckshot Boo's also in there.
Terra is also in there.
Oof.
He's scary because he's technically really good, although he isn't as experienced with Keysanity.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in this tournament that are really good.
Crystals is in 1-1 as well, I think. Or is he
Ugh.
2-0?
I don't know. I do not know, but you are
At
gonna
least it's
have.
very scary. Some of them are. And other people that are just doing... This is their first tournament, but they haven't been playing for so long and just have been paired
Rust.
against somebody else.
Yeah, they're just rusty.
Kind of thing. But yeah. Oh well, next time I'll destroy them.
Yeah. I think it would have. You were again one of the first people to get the mirror, but unfortunately, bad routing. It just slows you down to a crawl, and then that let Nicky get ahead of you.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna watch back this race and see what I can do better next time.
Yeah, that's good advice for anyone who is struggling. Just watch your races back, see what you did wrong, and just try to learn from your mistakes and improve your routing as a result. Because it's randomizer, you can't expect the items to be in the same places over and over again. It's just not how it works.
I think picking up as many items in any given location you are is the best idea. Because there's always one throw item somewhere.
Yeah. I would also tell you this, Hexmage, you were the only one to pull the pedestal. Everyone else used the book.
Well, after I pulled it, I realized that was a stupid idea because I didn't have the 6th pot key. And that meant Helmasaur wasn't in the logic yet. So that meant that pedestal couldn't be my Turtle key.
No, it was actually on Sarasala.
Yeah, which was the only other thing within logic that I could still check.
Alright, well, I guess that's about does it for us here. Thank you for giving us a little bit of your thoughts here as we finish up. That's going to do it to us for your randomizer meeting. Or, I almost said randomizer meeting. What the heck? At least the past randomizer here. I've been Wolfling Ghost 3 no, along with me is Tim Lowe 23 for Raspberry Flu, Death Star, and Woohoo 24 Baker, our trackers and restreamer respectively. We shall see you all next time, and thank you for watching. Later, folks.
Bye-bye.